on. Fight on.
Hello, everybody. Hold on. Let me get rid of that music. Terrible. What's up? It's Monday. I'm Mover. I'm here with Wombat, critically acclaimed writer who wrote Trees in Flight. He also drives a Mustang. He'd like to tell you about it.
Every time.
Hello.
Every time.
Hello. Yes. We want to go this one or we want to go that one? Let's do this one.
I like that one.
Yeah.
I like
You're a
that one.
staple of the channel now. Hello, Wombat.
Hi.
Yeah. Hi. There's 11 people in the chat.
My
We are talking-
11 most favorite people.
We are talking about the ghost of Kyiv, and we are going to join us on this emotional roller coaster. But first, go buy Wombat's book because it's awesome. Oh,
Thanks.
Nope, that's not the one.
That's not the
one.
book.
That's not the one. Hold on. There we go. So, if you use Yahoo News, don't recommend it. Over the weekend, we've had quite the roller coaster. People have sent me this. They want me to talk about it. Ukraine's Air Force Command reveals real identity of legendary pilot, the Ghost of Kyiv. And he downed now 40 aircraft. 40. And this all happened, and he got the gold star, and it's very sad. And they want the F-16, including that Ukrainian pilots had been training to use F-16 fighter jets. Okay. And then also, we will take a look at this article because this is just as interesting. Now, in a big plot twist, the Ukraine admits it's not real, but the myth was potent for a reason. And that's what we're going to talk about today because it's not real. It never was. I told you that. Didn't we say that? How many times? We said that a few times.
Thank you.
And so here's the deal. It's a great idea. It was cool. Like everybody wants to believe in the underdog, the hero story, but it didn't make sense from the beginning. And a lot of people rushed to be first, to be, let's push this out here. Let's say that this thing's real and let's, Godspeed, John Glenn. But we live in a world with facts. We live in a world where there's actual truth, and in an information age where there's so much available at your fingertips. People are so gullible now that they will believe anything available at their fingertips, use no critical judgment, and just share the stupidest things. Like on its face, did it make sense that one dude in a local conflict would shoot down 40 aircraft? Like, did that ever make sense? Wombat, your take.
No, did not.
Okay.
So one of the things that I teach my almost 4-year-old is that actions have consequences.
They do.
And the thing that I have an issue with, and one of the reasons why I love being on your channel compared to others, is if it turned out to be real. If it did.
Yep.
You would come on and talk about it.
That's
You
true.
would say, hey, my bad. I thought it was real. I was proved wrong, but it's not real. And the problem I have is in the world we're in today, it doesn't even matter. And as a writer, this really bothers me. And it bothers you too as a writer. Buy your books. There you go. Little back and forth. Is you can just put things out and say things and nobody follows up. Nobody goes back to them. Thank you. Nobody goes back to them, right? Because it's the next shiny object. We're in a world of goldfish syndrome where we swim to the other side of the bowl and we're excited over here. And then we go back and nobody ever goes, well, wait a second, man. You said it was real. What say you now? Nobody will ever do that. And that's what bugs me because it takes credibility away. It's a bandwagon. So like I teach my almost 4-year-old, actions and words have consequences. And so we're all the people that jumped on the bandwagon. That's what
there's a congressman that was sharing. He even shared a comedian, like the comedian thing. Remember we talked about that like early on, and it turned out it was just some dumb comedian, and people were like, "Dude, meme theory is a real thing." Let me see if I can find that image because it was so stupid. But it's like yeah, here it is right here. This was a thing that actually happened.
Yes.
You know,
And people believe that guy.
Sam Hyde was the ghost of in a viper. So yeah, I don't want to look. I get it. People want to be first. People want to be don't. The truth doesn't really matter. But let's look at this critically, like just from the beginning, right? Air wars in World War II. It wasn't like everybody became an ace. That was a global conflict that people were going up, crashing, getting into new airplanes and stuff like that.
Yep.
This is not that war. We're not seeing that scale of conflict. Most of the shoot downs are happening by surface to air missiles, whether it's man portable or, the IAD system that they have set up from both sides. You're just not seeing that. And then you got DCS where it looks real enough that people are like, oh, look, this grainy 240p video that I took with my cell phone is proof because it's vertical and you can only get vertical video from your cell phone these days. There's no way we could make stuff up. And like, it didn't even make sense. Like the scenarios didn't like jive. And so we have this situation where the truth doesn't even matter anymore. It doesn't matter. Like they were just piling it on, right? At the end of this meme, the guy had shot down 40 aircraft. Like what? I would be surprised personally, and I don't know if I'm wrong. I'll say I'm wrong. I don't know, but I would be surprised if the entirety of the war was more than 10 aircraft air-to-air kills. Like I would be surprised. Air-to-air kills, I would be surprised because I think that what's happening is mostly surface-to-air missiles and IADs. Just as you look. Like, watch some of the videos. The other day, there were some Su-25 videos posted, right? Don't know if they're real or not, but let's say they are. This is not a fully contested environment where you have to have big bomber packages, so to speak, escorted by strikers. Like, these are like onesie-twosies, Su-34 here, Su-27 maybe. Like, they're not getting in these long dogfights, especially since we're using missiles, and even then, think about that. If one guy shot down 40, well, what about the rest? Is it just one dude that's just everybody else is incompetent? Or did they not, you'd run out of missiles at that rate, right? This is like the scale of which we've never seen before in a conflict that is a very small, localized conflict, not World War III yet. Now, if you start talking, now it's a Western war against Russia and the Taiwan Straits, and you're talking, Fulda Gap, and we've got, large scale forces. Sure.
Different animal.
Are we going to have 40 kills in the span of 2 months, 3 months? Yes. Is it going to be by one dude? Probably not. Not even in that scenario. It's just not realistic. So I don't know. Maybe I am too cynical.
I don't think you're cynical, to be honest with you, man. Here's what I'm listening to you, just like your viewers are and the people that'll watch this later, and you're going to get pros and cons and haters and lovers and blah, 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 right? But here's the thing that I hear from you as somebody who's been in the business that I have a question for you. When you were in the conflicts you fought in, were you more concerned about an air-to-air threat or a surface-to-air threat?
Oh,
you personally, 100%. And I would say the same thing because they could be anywhere. They could be, and I'm not talking just when I flew the Hornet, the E2.
Yeah.
Like it was the same thing. They could reach out and touch you. So my point being is these comments that you're saying and that I'm agreeing with are not just coming off the cuff because it's how your gut feels. You were there. You lived it. You felt it. You knew where the threat was, and you're applying that knowledge to this conflict, and that's why it makes sense. And look, I want it. I want to be the ghost.
Yeah, you want it.
We all want to be the ghost.
But it comes from people that don't understand. Like you could tell they don't understand from the very beginning. When you started hearing this, you're like, "Oh, this one guy shot down 6 in one day," and you're like, "Dude, really? Did he? Do you understand the logistics of that? I mean, this guy's exhausted. He's a roving motorcycle gang, he's a one-man roving motorcycle gang just going out, where's he landing? He must be landing on the street because, the bases had been bombed and He was somehow avoiding. I mean, you got to think about it. Just knowing Russian tech, they're not known for being these command centers of situational awareness where you get all this information at your fingertips and global SA, and you're just going around and just popping people off left and right. The first iteration of this was a MiG-29, a Ukrainian MiG-29. It's not, dude, these things have like a 30-minute on station time with very limited situational awareness, limited visibility. I mean, I just think of me, and I'm not the world's greatest, or even,
You don't have to be.
I'm not the greatest in my own house. My dogs are probably a little
Well,
bit better, but
you might be the
I,
greatest on this video.
I could just think, no, I mean, I could just see, but think about it. Can you put yourself in that cockpit in a war in your own home country, and you do have limited situational awareness from the get-go? Because, dude, what is the GCI? Are they jamming? Or, is all this stuff going on? Your
Did
adrenaline's
they
pumping.
have good GTI? I mean, was there even a GCI network?
That's
that
what
was
I'm
worth a
saying.
damn?
So, like, just thinking about this realistically, you're like, dude, if he got one kill, good on him. Like, dude, that is more than I would expect, because it has to be just absolute chaos. And I don't say any of this to take away from the people that are actually there fighting, because they are absolutely, this is a terrible war. This is a terrible war for the people of Ukraine. Do I have a lot of respect for the leaders? I don't know. We're not going to get into that here. But the people of Ukraine don't deserve this. The people fighting for their homeland don't deserve this. But I think there's so much just memes. I mean, it's just myth. There's so much mythology coming out of this, more so than I think we've ever seen, in a world where anything can be true at any time, because all you have to do is take a grainy video and say, this happened, you can't prove it didn't, and get a willing participant, right? That's how magic works. Magic works with willing participants who want to believe, who suspend disbelief, and then, they'll believe just about anything you do. And that's what we're seeing here. And I think that's also important for us as a country, talking United States. We need to know what's really going on. We need to have informed decisions. We need to be able to go, okay, yes, they are single-handedly beating the Russians with one guy. Okay, well, maybe they don't need as much help, Maybe they don't need.
Maybe that changes
but then you
our
get
future strategy as well.
Right, that changes a lot of things. But if you go the other way and you go, here's what's really happening. Okay, neither side is really making any ground. We've got this situation. Then we can make a more informed decision. So, anyway, that's all. And unfortunately, all of it has been, like, even that thing with the Snake Island, that was one of the earliest ones where, they were like, I'm not going to say it on here because I'll get demonetized, but, surrender or else. And they chose or else. Well, a week later, we find out that or else just meant they're prisoners. The Russians went in, said, hey, you're okay.
And again, I wanted to believe that too. The warfighter, if you want to call that me, was like, good on them. But
yeah, I would like, in general, and that's kind of why why I've taken some of the stances I've taken with it, as far as, using the mishap stories, because the media tends to get those wrong. And even the movies, I would just, it's not that I'm against the narrative. It's just, I think factually correct is the way to go.
Sure.
I think you have to look at that. So anyway, that's all I've got. I wanted to see what the people at home said. As an aside, while I've got this captive audience of 690 people, which is
wow,
nice,
that went up from 11. The first 11 are still my
650, 655. So people have asked about a Top Gun Maverick watch party. I made a community post. I can't say a lot because there's rules. So here's what I'll say.
There are no rules. This is the Wild West.
If you are interested in a watch party, it may or may not be on the 25th. It may or may not be local to me. Email me, cwlemoyne@cwlemoyne.com. Do I even have that banner? I do not. So
it may or may not include me.
Yeah, it may or may not include a Q&A and a fighter pilot panel after, and it may or may not be for charity. So if you email me, though, I'll tell you, because right now we don't actually have enough interest to even make it worthwhile. Like I'm as bad of luck as I've had with live events and meetups and stuff like that. I am very leery about doing this, but if we do it, I'll rent the theater. We will watch the movie together early.
Thanks.
You're doing a very good goose lately.
Thank you. It's been great on Twitter today. Thank you.
And we'll watch the movie. If Gonky's wife will let him, he'll be there.
He'll always be there in spirit.
In spirit, yeah. We might call him in on his Nokia phone.
His Boost Mobile.
And get him there.
Is it a Razor?
But is it a Razor? No, it's like an iPhone 3. The man does not do technology. Anyway, cool. So what else we got? Let's look at the comments because that's all I've got left to say because this is a short episode. Sir, your channel is absolutely top notch. Really enjoy you and your guests. Thanks, Prince. Yeah. Cool. I've got nothing else on this subject.
Can I bring up one more thing?
Yeah, dude, please. Please.
On this subject. No, on this subject. Think of the adrenaline dump / personal mental toll. Put yourself, just one last, put a bow on this. Put yourself in that pilot's role. He shot down 6 in one day, 40 total. Think of the adrenaline that would be required for that, the mental acuity that would be required for that, the personal, I mean, no chance.
Think of maintenance. Maintenance.
No. We're the logistics.
No. You think about this, dude.
I'm talking about
think of maintenance. Think of maintenance. Think how many times you've had to step to a spare.
Yeah.
You know, you would have to have perfect, like jets, avionics have to never fail, weapons loaders. I mean, you have to. I don't. Yeah. I really would like to see.
I want to believe it. I can't.
The truth, but the reality is, and I told somebody this the other day because when that first Yahoo article came out and said it was confirmed, I said nothing is confirmed coming out of this conflict. Nothing.
Agreed.
Like, absolutely. Until it's over, and we're historians. I'd
almost say any conflict nowadays.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. So here's a fun little side story that hopefully my wife doesn't listen to.
Yeah.
Prior to her. Between flying the E2 and then going the Hornet, I was an instructor down in Kingsville, Texas. You know that. We've done that interview. I met a girl in Corpus. We went on a couple dates. I didn't really tell her necessarily what I did for a living until about the third date. And I did. And she goes, well, this isn't going to work. And I was like, what does my job have to do with us? And she goes, no military pilot wants to date a reporter. And I go, why not? And he goes, because you guys just care about the truth. Factual statement.
Was it and I was like, you drove a Mustang?
Shelby. Hey, we could talk about the potential sister of the Shelby that might be coming to that garage. Could you please get a picture of the garage with a better floor? Seriously. Come on, man.
Send it to me, man. I
put a lot of work into that.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm not saying all reporters are that way. I wish more weren't, but I just found that interesting. And I think about that to this day where it's like.
Well, I mean, what sells headlines, right? I mean.
I agree. You're doing it. Confirmed. The ghost of.
Well, of course I did. I did. Of course I do it. I mean,
because that's the only way. You know.
And this was a joke, but this actually makes a good point. Maybe the real ghost of Kyiv was the friends we made along the way. 2 points to that. One, absolutely, if it helped a grunt in a foxhole, more power to him. But I'm not in a foxhole, and the rest of the world is not, and I think the rest of the world needs some level of truth. Second, I can't tell you the number of comments I got from people that said, I know a guy who knows a guy who confirms that this is the ghost of Ukraine. Because remember the first guy that they said, it wasn't a MiG-29, it was a Su-27, and it was this retired guy that had come out of retirement that just straight up had quit and then the air show circuit and then come back, and he retired and he shot a bunch of airplanes down and then got killed in combat, and everybody was sad and stuff. I'm sure there was some truth to that, and rest in peace. You know, if this guy died protecting his country, great. And the second 100%. Guy, the one that's in the thumbnail, for sure.
100%.
But
100%.
You know, let's look at the reality. War sucks. I mean, there is no like leave it for the movies to romanticize this stuff, not the daily news and everything we're doing.
I agree.
Let's just do the truth. That's it. Just truth. That's all I want. I mean, honesty. Anyway,
it's a tall order in 2022, sir.
All right, 10 minutes of comments, and we will bid. Well, this is going to be the shortest live ever. That's what I'm going to say. The ghost of Kyiv is a symbol of hope, not a person in my mind. I hate to make a joke, but hope starts with an H. Stupid. It's from Badman comments. Hope starts with an H. It is a symbol of hope, but is it though? Is it?
I think it's more of something that people want it to be a symbol of hope.
But
like
dude,
we talked about, I don't think the people on the ground care. They're just fighting for their lives.
A ton of shoot downs, and I think the people personally, like if you tell him, yes, you too can shoot down the invaders with your Stinger that we gave you. Like the fact that farmers were towing off tanks and that's to me, that's the story. Right. The fact that we've got such an integrated, surface to air threat. We don't need these heroes like Star Wars. We just
agreed.
Anybody can, you can be an ace in a day with 5 Stingers, I mean,
that's true.
Cool story, bro. Tractor. Fox 2.
There you go.
And
have you made those shirts yet?
No, dude, I'm not a shirt guy.
Me neither.
Let's see here. War is cool. Gets rained on for 12 hours in the hole. Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's see what else we got here. I got to avoid stuff that's going to get my channel just shut down completely.
There's a lot of it on there too. I was watching.
You guys are killing me. I can't even. Truth and honesty are lacking more and more as oh God, I clicked the wrong one. Not that I'm not taking sides. This is not a political statement. This is just.
Wait, you didn't give your disclaimer. It's time for your disclaimer. Go.
Oh yeah. Views present. Hold on, I got to read it like verbatim here. Views presented are my own or my guests and do not represent the views of the. Look, I'm gonna make that a banner, so then I can just straight up. So that nobody has any kind of doubt ever again, create banner. And it's going to, it's just going to scroll always. Just have it there.
Thank you for putting it on my guests. I still have a month left.
Yeah, I just want to make sure that Wombat doesn't get cornholed by Uncle Sam here. Here's one I like. Mover, Margot called and said you're invited for a watch party down under.
Ooh,
see you in Australia.
Did I do that right?
No, dude, that's you wouldn't, so to speak, Margot Robbie. You legit want to do that. Let's see. Don't know if you talked about it, but are you looking at VFC 204 now they are transitioning? It would take a year to transfer.
Talk about that, didn't we? Talked about that.
We did, and it would be tough to do. Yeah. The Ghost of Kyiv can take 15 G's, $15,000. It's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm. Over there it is.
There's great footage of the Su-25 trying to evade shoulder-launched missiles and nosediving into Ukrainian countryside. Honestly, what I'm more curious about when this all comes out is what did the actual boots on the grounds and the fighter pilots from the Russian side actually know? Like, are they
I agree.
into this, or do they believe something else? Like,
that's what I think.
What do they know?
I agree.
I'm just curious. I'm not excusing anything that the Russians have done, but I am curious as far as what the average fighter pilot knows and what their mentality is. Like, what do they think is happening? I would be very interested to know that. Here we go. Great job, guys. Just finished Treason Flight. Great read.
Oh, thanks. Leave a review. Yeah. Reviews are important. I didn't realize that. You didn't.
Good review.
A good review.
Not just any review. Don't 1-star the man.
No, don't 1-star me. But there are some funny 1-star reviews. Go read those. Those are fun too. We should do a review party. That'd be fun. You have some good ones too, I'm sure.
Of reviews?
Yeah.
I don't read them anymore.
I know. That's funny.
Uncle Sam, you presuming pronouns, I guess.
That's
they, them, now. Sam.
Just Sam.
I'm demonetized. I'm going to be canceled before this is over. Mover, can anybody get in the Air Force if he or she or they or them really want to? Sure, you can probably get in, but can you do anything?
Depends what you want to do. Depends what you want to do. There's lots of jobs in the Air Force, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's probably people that just clean the golf courses, right?
AG, the beard. Yeah, I'm shaving it tonight. That's why we had to do the live now, because I'm about to go shave.
Oh, you wanted to look cool? Thanks. Great. So I had to change all my plans. My family's been put on hold just to be here because you had to shave. My wife is not going to be happy.
You got crazy. Again, get into the political. I try not to be a political channel, but that's something I would question as well. I just don't. There's a lot going on over there. Just a lot going on. This More than me. Russia is the third most powerful army in Ukraine.
Ooh.
The other two.
Ooh. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I don't know. Captain Icelander. Dude, how much is ISK 1500? Am I rich?
You are. Let's talk cars. You're done. This is the last mover.
Yeah, that's it.
Mover.
I'm out. Done. Any more airline related content? No, but you know what we need to do? So I've got an announcement. Two announcements based on this. One, Wombat.
Sir.
We need to do that show Flight. Was it Flight?
Yes. Is that the one with Denzel?
No, we did that one already.
The one that
what's the Sully movie? Sully movie.
Sully.
The Sully movie one. Is it just Sully?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
And 7,500. So here's the announcement. I'm having a moment. We did Flight of the Intruder, and it's stuck in copyright jail.
But it was awesome, wasn't it?
Likely for the same reason that Paramount did not invite me to go watch Top Gun Maverick. Perhaps.
We
for
did
the
not
same.
Invite we.
We.
That doesn't
we.
work for that one.
Our pronouns are we. Cheers, mover. Thanks, Mecky. Oh, it's $11.
11 euros.
11 euros. So it's again. What's the exchange rate? Switching from Army to Air Guard, so it's possible. Good on you,
there
man.
You go.
And what are you doing there?
He's doing some stuff, flipping that around. Good trigger discipline.
Good for you.
You know my favorite part of your comments? Can I bring it up? I've read the same question about an interview what feels like a dozen times, and you've ignored it on purpose, and I love that. But we're just going to keep asking.
I don't get into this stuff, dude. I don't want to get into this stuff.
I just think it's fun.
I just don't. I do have a potential really awesome interview. I can't talk about until I talk to the man, but I sent you that email.
It's not me. That's for sure.
You're always on the channel. You're like a regular.
None of them are potentially awesome. It's just adequate.
Well, you routinely pull 10 Gs because you hit the paddle switch, which
there you go. Yeah, paddle pull, baby. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
So anyway, what was your announcement is that we did Flight of the Intruder.
Correct.
But then you said we have to do Sully which I've seen, and 7,500, which I have not seen.
I've not seen that.
So I'll have to watch that.
I don't know how to hide this. Okay, I'm hiding. Okay.
I've seen Sully.
All right. Movie, well, not the person. We've reached 30 minutes. This is all I have to say. That's all we're going to say today because I want to keep this short and sweet. I got nothing. What do you got, man?
Nothing. Thanks for having me. It's always fun. It's really fun.
Got to remove the banner. Hold on.
Remove the banner.
Go follow Wombat on that.
Everything.
Go follow me on that. I haven't posted on the gram in a while, but I should.
I post every day. Do you see those?
I do. Now? You just repost the same. I've got Twitch still.
I don't repost the same. Hold on a second.
You repost all the DOD images, like, oh, here's an E2, here's a Hornet, here's a.
Yeah, but it's with really motivational, upbeat.
Yeah,
sayings.
you're like a dude version of Live, Laugh, Love.
Is that bad?
I don't. Eat, sleep, kill.
I thought my Instagram was good.
It's the best. I like everything, man. I'm here for you.
This hurts a little. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, I don't care. I don't ask for subscriptions. I don't ask for sponsorships. What else don't I do?
I mean, you'll take them.
I'll take them, but I'm not going to ask you for it. Whatever, dude. If you want to do this, that's fine. I've got plenty. I got a life.
Well,
It's a decent life. Oh, dude, you know what I forgot?
oh,
Nope, wrong one. That one. You can't even
ooh,
see it. It's terrible. Oh, hey, did you sell these things?
I do.
Still, you're selling them?
Yeah, on my website.
Never
I got
down, never out.
those. I got new. I don't have any more of those in stock, but I have the
You still
black
got hand
ones.
grenades?
I do.
Is this thing for sale? I gave you 75.
1,000?
Yeah.
No,
Take 500.
no.
All right.
But it sounds like she might be getting a sister in the garage. Stay tuned.
Step Wombat, what are you doing? What's happening
No,
here?
in the garage, the Shelby.
Okay. All right. Listen, we gotta end it.
End it.
Good night, everybody. Thanks for your service. See you later.
Bye.